Hi everybody, welcome to Goat Sports Performance. Dr. Tim Baghurst here, and I wanted to talk about something that's been bothering me for quite a while, and it's the amount of sugar in drinks. And I really hope that you stay with me on this one because it's got a lot of valuable information and something I think that should be shared with others who may drink sports drinks or sodas and have kids and athletes as well who do the same. So I started really with this, and here's a little sports drink. You can see it's about the size of my hand, and it says it's got 80 calories in it. But if you dig a little deeper, you realize that it actually has 5.5 teaspoons of sugar. And so literally when you drink this drink, 3 or 4 mouthfuls for me probably, that's how much sugar I'm eating when I drink this. Soda is another big one in the US, but also internationally, and it's got about 140 to 150 calories in it and about 10 teaspoons. Here's one. I couldn't fit it in the little baggie, so here's a little container, and you can see it's pretty substantial. That's a lot of sugar, 10 teaspoons of sugar. So you start to understand when I drink that soda, that's how much sugar I'm eating. But I talked about the little sports drink. Here's a larger one. You can see, let me compare it here. There you go. Slightly bigger, about 2.25 times bigger than the smaller one. But again, if I look at this, 260 calories, 17 teaspoons of sugar. Now you got to be careful with these because on the serving size it says 80 calories. And so you look at that and go, 80, that's not too bad. But the reality is that that's one serving, and this is not considered one serving. So it's one of those gimmicks that try to get you to think, well, it's not too bad for me. In reality, it's pretty bad for you because you're consuming this amount of sugar. And you can see that's a substantial amount of sugar, 17 teaspoons of sugar. And just for fun, if you go to a gas station, a lot of times you'll see those 32-ounce containers for soda. I've seen 64, which is quite frankly crazy. But the 32-ounce sodas, I couldn't fit it in the little container. Here you go. That's a huge amount of sugar. Actually, it's 24 teaspoons of sugar. So consuming one of those, you're consuming 24 teaspoons of sugar, 370 calories. So recognize these are all approximations. You know, they change a little bit here and there, but the general idea you should understand. What I try to do is I try to convert this into what does this mean for me or my athlete. And here's a running distance equivalent. And again, it's loose. I said 125 calories per mile. It really depends on your fitness, it depends on your weight and other things, but I was a little conservative. Some people say around 100, but here's what the equivalent is. And so if you think about this, even a child who's 5, 6 years old playing a soccer game for 25 minutes, they may actually consume more calories before and after the game than they actually do in the game. And so that's something to really start to think about and be aware of, is that a lot of these drinks have really, really high sugar content. Do they have other things, electrolytes, etc.? Sure they do, but there are alternatives to that. And the concern I have is just the amount of people that are drinking these sports drinks, whether the small one here or the big one here, even just on a daily basis, just for a drink, and they're consuming these kinds of calories. So it's really important to understand the risks associated with drinking some of these if you're not drinking them at the right time for the right purpose. What that purpose is, well, that's why you have me here. My information is on my website, goatsports.pro. I hope you visit it and contact me with any questions or concerns, or also how you can deal with this. What's a better option? That's what I'm here for. But also I hope you share this video with others who really need to hear the message that's going on here, which is we need to be really thoughtful about the drinks that we're drinking. I'll leave you with a final thought in that about 50% of calories consumed in the United States are through drinks. Think about that. Half of the calories that Americans consume are through drinks. So for now, Tim Baghurst, Goat Sports Performance, thanks for joining me, and I hope you share this feed on with others.